So I want to start this video defining one of the most important words that we can ever learn: disciple. So there's a very important, very smart guy named Dallas Willard, and he's known for his words about discipleship. So I just want to read you a couple things about what he says about what a disciple is. The greatest issue, he says, facing the world today, with all of its heartbreaking needs, is whether those who are identified as Christians will become disciples, students, apprentices, practitioners of Jesus Christ, steadily learning from him how to live the life of the kingdom of the heavens into every corner of human existence. And he defines a disciple as a person who has decided that the most important thing in their life is to learn how to do what Jesus said to do. And finally, he says that discipleship is the process of becoming who Jesus would be if he were you. It's not enough to call ourselves Christians and just kind of have that as a badge that we wear on our sleeve, because that's too easy. That doesn't demand anything, and that's not what Jesus is about. Instead, we need to be disciples. This means that our faith and our love of Jesus Christ impacts every single thought that we have and action that we do. And if we are going to take this seriously, it's not enough to just ask, what would Jesus do whenever we're in any kind of situation? Because the reality is, the harsh reality is, if we have to stop and ask that question, the chances are we're going to fail. We need to be prepared so that when those situations come, we don't have to ask ourselves, what would Jesus do? Because we've already done it. What Jesus would do should be our natural reaction to any situation. Now, what does this have to do with Lectio Devina? Well, Lectio Devina is all about internalizing the words of Scripture, the words of God, in our hearts so much that they begin to inform everything that we say, think, and do. Have you ever been to like a barbecue restaurant and you're there for a while, and then when you get home, your clothes smell like barbecue, like that smoky smell? That's how it should be. That's how it needs to be with our relationship with Scripture. We need to internalize it so much that it seeps into our very pores and we exude God to the world. Our faith is something that needs to impact and inform our entire life, not just a place that we go to once a week or twice a week. Because our faith is about a real person. And it's about a God who is doing things in the world. And we have a responsibility to that God and a devotion to that God to do all that we can to help bring the kingdom on earth as it is in heaven. And by practicing Lectio Devina, by internalizing the words of Scripture, we can help ourselves do just that.